So yesterday I went and uploaded the videos for lazypurple, and it was going to be for sniper and engineer. And in that video, I had said that I was going to react to the how it feels to suffer in SFM and the extras and stuff, all at the end of these how it feels to play series. You guys actively disagreed with that. You guys said I would probably get more out of it if I recently watched those videos and have it more fresh in my mind. And it was practically unanimous for that. So, okay, point taken. I'll rescind that, and I'll go ahead and react to the extras as they come along. So because we kind of already passed some, now in this video I'm going to react to how it feels to suffer in SFM and the extras for how it feels to play sniper. That's what we're going to do in this video. And when it comes to the later ones, like I know there's supposed to be an extras for pyro and an extras for demoman. So in the pyro video, I'll just watch the pyro video and the extras. In the demoman video, we'll do the demos and the extra for it. So that's how we'll do it going forward. So thanks for letting me know. You guys were very adamant that I go ahead and watch it now and not skip to the rest of the main core videos. So point taken, we'll go ahead and do that. So let's go check out what I missed. If you haven't already, hit the like button for your boy. It's the easiest way to let me know you guys want me to upload more TF2 videos alongside subscribing to the channel. It's free and you can always change your mind later. Right now, we're super close to hitting our goal of 20,000 subscribers. I'm kind of wondering if we'll actually hit it before I go to Japan. I mean, we already destroyed my goal of 15,000 by then. So, I mean, we're already in overtime. So I appreciate all the support you guys have given me. So any kind of support and everything you can go to further accomplishing our goals, I'd really appreciate, especially since we have that 12-hour live stream where we're just going to have a bunch of mayhem together. It's coming up. So I also have an extra special surprise if we hit 20K. So look forward to that. But without further ado, this is how it feels to suffer in SFM and how the extras from how it feels to play sniper. I'm excited for this one. Okay, how it feels to suffer in SFM, spooky behind the scenes by lazypurple. Again, both the videos I'm going to be reacting to, the links to them will be at the top of the description box below if you'd want to check them out for yourself. So without further ado, let's look at some real suffering.
So you like Halloween, huh? You like using the silly spells in Team Fortress 2? Well, so do I.
Ooh, I like how the Halloween theme is like
scary. Then what's with all this having a good time bullshit? Listen, man, for your sake, I hope you don't do it. But if you really want a scary time, drop TF2 for a bit and visit its.
Oh my goodness. 3,589 hours. I'm gonna be real. I don't have hours like that in any game. And if I did, it would probably be like Super Mario World as a kid.
Arranged cousin over in the software section. Source filmmaker.
Oh my goodness. Yo. Oh my goodness. I know this program is old, dude.
This program haunts me in my dreams, and I know it's trying to kill me. But the amount of glitches I experienced while making how it feels to play engineer, I'm telling you, this shit's possessed. Gather round, all of you. This Halloween, I've a frightful story for you. The story of the time I had to add the Wrangler to a Source filmmaker scene. My story starts with a prayer. Please, Valve, please update Source Filmmaker so that it doesn't use a 2008 version of TF2.
I guarantee that one day Valve, like I know people are like gonna meme me for this, but I guarantee you one day they're gonna just shadow announce TF3 and drop a new SFM maker or whatever, like with a brand spanking new version, 2025 version, something. And everybody who's ever made anything in SFM is going to sleep the greatest they've ever slept that night. I promise you.
Why do you curse me to manually animate things as simple as picking up engineer buildings and using the Wrangler? But they only responded with Dota Counter-Strike. I didn't understand. So onwards I pressed to manually animate the Wrangler. The Sentry Shield is simple enough. It's its own model. But this god-forsaken laser! This laser has stolen so many hours of my life that I'll never get back. How, you ask? Listen to my tale of woe. I began by importing the laser, but alas, it was pink! That's not right. It needs to be red. So I googled how to color it. Turns out that it's controlled by what I like to call source spaghetti. But first, a quick explanation. This is a control point. It represents a point in space and can be used to move and rotate objects. Particles usually have very simple control points. Medic's beam has 2 control points, one for where the beam starts and one for where it ends. However, the Wrangler laser has this 3rd control point that controls its color?
Oh my goodness, the horror.
Spaghetti starts. This control point's positional X, Y, and Z coordinates correspond to the laser's red, green, and blue values using a scale of -255 to +255, which necessitates the equation x times 2 minus 255, where x is the RGB value that you want. What? You didn't get that? That's because it makes no fucking sense! Even if you don't...
I get it, but I feel like there was a better way to put that in the system, because when you first look at that, when you're coding this or whatever, what the freak is that, you know? I don't like when programs kind of make you mess with stuff to try to fully figure it out, especially when everything else around it's not consistent, you know?
Get it? I got it. However, no matter what I did with control point 2, the laser's color never changed! Well, I said, this isn't my first rodeo. Surely I can fix this in a jiffy. But how wrong I was. Firstly, I went into the particle editor to see if there was a color value in there. Eureka! There was! But no matter what you do to it and its surrounding values, nothing happens. Then I wondered, just a moment, the laser is pink. And when a texture is missing in source, the default replacement is pink and black. Maybe the particle's texture is missing or broken. So I asked all throughout town if someone could please lend me their version of every file related to this laser. I imported them into my directory, and it was still pink! By then, I was banging my head against my keyboard and finally decided that it's time to concede and verify the integrity of the game cache. Reinstall the whole program and deal with all the bugs that causes.
No.
At this point, I couldn't help but think, all this wasted time being a perfectionist when I could just use a different laser. So I installed this custom laser from the workshop that is supposed to be a Star Wars blaster. It's a model instead of a particle, so it took a while to customize it. It doesn't
it
look
looks
great,
good.
But it works, right?
I think it looks fine.
When the camera looks at the laser from certain angles, it just disappears. Then I tried using this laser particle, and I don't even remember what happened with this one, but I assure you it didn't work. So we're back to this laser. After brainstorming with other SFM villagers, I imported the laser into a different map and realized, what the fuck? Why is it blue on this map? And that's when it hit me. Every map has a different default point where things load in when they have no other point of reference. You can see here that Badwater's default point is somewhere below Red Team's spawn. It has no rhyme or reason.
Okay.
The Wrangler laser has been loading in and using the default point on the map for its control point 2 value. It's a different color on every map.
Look at this, bro. I don't want to ever hear someone complain to devs that are being lazy or wondering why there's a bug in the game. Do you see how complicated even just the most minute small thing can be? You know, most people probably wouldn't have cared that it was pink, but like when you're a studio making these games, you have to understand that there's going to always be someone complaining, you know? And it's like the fact that it can take so much time to do this kind of work for everything in the game, you know, it's like that it's baffling. It's genuinely baffling.
But it doesn't change no matter what I do. So I figured, all right. My program is successfully reading the control point 2 value, but just not changing it. Alax friend, can you please take my SFM project, move control point 2 to make the laser red, and then send it back to me? He promptly sent me this.
2018. Wonderful.
That's right, his computer couldn't even handle the project, so he had to make a new project that was just the laser on Badwater, which I then had to import into my project, which is its own scary, unintuitive process.
And it was
here
red.
We are. It works, despite reinstalling the program, despite verifying the game's cache, despite replacing the particle files outright. My control point 2 is just irreversibly broken. My theory, there's a ghost in my machine. But hey,
that sucks.
at least it worked eventually, right? That's not the only thing I had to do manually. Once a sentry gun is placed, it stops being a gameplay object and just becomes part of the scene. That means that I have to manually control its shooting, which means manually adding each individual muzzle flash. That's right, I had to copy and paste like 50 sets of these muzzle flashes and then manually tell the program, this muzzle flash occurs 1/20th of a second later, and this muzzle flash occurs another 20th of a second later, and this muzzle flash occurs another
Nah, that's not happening, bro. I'm sorry.
Then, after doing that, I have to lock each particle to the barrels of the sentry gun individually. Truly nothing comes for granted in this program. You'd think that adding Uber charge would be a simple process, but it isn't. The default Uber in SFM is broken for some reason and always flashes like it's about to end. So you have to go download some cube map fixes. Thank you so much, SFM community, and put those in the right directory. Looks good to me, but what about the weapons? And the hats? Huh? That's right, you have to manually change every single model's material that you want to be overcharged.
Wonderful.
And sometimes it doesn't even work. Not only is this a time-consuming process, it's semi-permanent. Since you're actually changing the files themselves, scary, you have to be super careful or else you'll be asking yourself later on, why the hell is this pyro like half Ubered here? See these buildings? They're not actually in Source Filmmaker for some reason.
See that's the worst too, because it's like, it's one thing if the laser was pink, you know, like, yeah, whatever, it's not like that in the game or whatever, but when a character is obviously supposed to be Ubered and they're only half Ubered, it's gonna make the animation look like it, you know, not as well done, or like wasn't enough time put into it or something. You can't get around that kind of bug. So yeah, I can't imagine.
Like ghost buildings or something. I had to manually add replacement buildings myself. Nothing comes for granted in this program. But you want to get really scared this Halloween? Imagine rendering a scene you've slaved over for hours, and it comes out like this.
I know about rendering failures,
SFM,
man.
my friend, please remember the acronym ABAF. All beards are fucked. Something about the way these things are textured doesn't mix well with SFM. Usually there's a fix for these beards on the workshop, but I guess not enough people use the grizzled growth? Anyway, at complete random, the beard will become some crazy neon color. And you want to know something funny? It uses the same color as the Wrangler laser uses via the map's default point. Isn't that funny? So what was my solution?
Oh my
simple,
gosh.
Really. If I render out the glitched frames individually, one at a time, manually, the beard is fine. Sounds simple if not time consuming. Let's see how many I had to do. 462 individually rendered images just to fix this beard in one scene! And sometimes it's not even consistent. Here you'd think that the color is based on the beard's position, but look at this shit!
Nope.
It's blue in this camera, but green in this camera! Eventually, my friend, I could take no more, and I just asked the guy who fixed the Allfather if he could fix the grizzled growth, which he did! The moral of this scary beard story is...
Shout out to the SFM community.
Don't be afraid to ask people for help! Oh, but friend, I've scary stories to spare. Look at this scene. Simple, right? Well...
Epilepsy
this is what
warning.
It used to look like. These lights are Satan. They have caused an issue in every video. For the spy video, I spent a full 10-hour day trying to get rid of these lights that would bleed through all the walls. After that day, I knew not to ever try anything with these demon-possessed lights. But in this scene, I had to. I used a program to remove literally every light from the map, and you won't believe it.
It still did it.
These lights are Satan! Eventually, a villager from the SFM Discord discovered that you just have to type ent_fire space env_lightglow space kill in console.
Who would figure that?
I'm certain
Who would figure that out?
My computer, but it doesn't always make itself obvious. Sometimes the glitches are small, like the time that this blood decal's position didn't update when I played the video forward, but it worked when I played the video backward. And then sometimes when I render something, every other frame becomes a blue mess. Definitely a ghost. And half the time I import a custom map, Source Filmmaker just breaks all its lighting. Classic ghost stuff. This one is fixable, but when even the guy making the tutorial says,
"This is the Hammer editor, and it honestly terrifies me. I can't do anything with it."
I can't say it makes me very hopeful. Of course, the program does make my life easier sometimes. Spline curves are pretty good at automating some animations, but other times they put the spirit of the devil into my characters.
Add spline curves.
Oh my god, call the exorcist! Look at this thing. I just wanted to go from this to this. A 180-degree turn. It's simple. But for some reason, the program thinks that the most efficient way to do this is a freaking backflip! Back ye demon! Get out of my sentry gun! Thankfully, the program has a built-in stress reliever. Whenever I find myself getting exhausted, I just move the character's pelvis to the beat of whatever music I'm listening to for endless entertainment.
Eartha. Yo, shout out to the Mother community, bro. Play Mother 3 if y'all haven't.
Truly countless hours have gone into trying to fix every single little mistake and glitch in all of my videos. But since you've made it to the end of this video, I think I'm gonna let you in on a little secret.
Oh my goodness, it's horrifying.
Engineer video, and it will probably ruin your entire perception of it. In this scene where I build a mini sentry on this scout, I don't have the gunslinger equipped in the SFM animation!
Nah.
Hey, it's me. I have a t-shirt now. You can find a link to it in the description.
Hey,
I also now have a secondary channel.
As somebody who has not played Engineer yet, because I just uploaded this video yesterday, or I guess technically as of recording today, I have still not played Engineer, so I wouldn't have gotten it anyway. So I watched the video, still didn't notice it, but that's fine. Dude, it's suffering, man. Give this man a like. Legit, again, click the link in the description, hit a like on it. I don't care if the video's 4 freaking years old. I still want this man to make some money from this video, please. Yo. Oh my goodness. And I have a feeling this one is going to be crazier too, because this scene is just like an extra. So it doesn't seem like it's specifically talking about like it was suffering making this video, but okay. But apparently based off what he's saying, it's more of a casual video. So let's see how this one ends up going.
Hey everyone, Lazy here, and this is gonna be a more casual video. I had to play a lot of Sniper to get everything I needed for my last video, so I'm kind of overflowing here. I thought it would be fun to stuff all of them into one big video and do some kind of director's commentary. Oh, and real quick, I'm shooting for 1 million subscribers by September 2020, so if you've been holding off on subscribing, I'd really appreciate that you did. Now, this clip actually almost made it into how it feels to play Sniper. In fact, here's the rough cut that I had.
Ooh.
When you're hitting all your shots as Sniper, it's like you can't die. It would take like 2 pyros right at me.
Ooh.
I deserve this, honestly. And if we rewind even further, the transition into that clip was actually a very silly Vsauce reference. If you play Sniper, you will die. But what if you didn't? Every now and then. But what really makes this clip golden is that as they chase me, I decide that I'm gonna go out with a bang.
Hilarious.
Dead, dude. I'm fucking
No.
dead.
No, please. Ooh. I took one out. If I'm going down, you're coming with me.
But the clip was just too long, and also at this point, I realized that the script was just too high energy, you know? Like, it was gonna go from this punchline almost immediately into the Megalovania bit, and then right before this was actually the 3 kills upward montage, and it was just too much at once. Once I came to this realization, I had to make the tough call to cut out this bit, replace it with the bit about easy Sniper games, and then I had to flip around the order of these so that Megalovania happens way before this montage, and it just needed to be done for the tempo of the video, but it was it took me a while to figure it out and wasted time, you know. It happens. Oh, and
that's what I love about the craft of YouTube and stuff, because honestly, with a lot of these kinds of cinematic videos, those that don't know, before I was doing these reactions and stuff, I was like a retrospective review kind of channel and stuff, where it was more like show based in a way. So I get having, your stuff scripted out, and when you actually go to record it and edit it, you'd have to like splice some stuff and switch some scenes around and stuff, because sometimes when you write stuff on paper and you have the ideas all just written out, when you go and see the final product, sometimes you realize maybe I should switch this around because the tempo and the flow and the pacing might exhaust some people if too much high energy stuff is going on at one time. So I perfectly get it. And I love that kind of thing, that creators kind of have to think about that kind of thing. So it's really cool that we get to see the process behind lazypurple doing, a video I already thought was like freaking perfect, because I think Sniper might be my favorite one.
Just to be clear, I spent at least 4 hours just debating whether or not to put this part in the video. Like, I was asking people left to right,
I loved it,
and I even made a Twitter poll for it. Whew, am I glad you guys didn't tear me apart for this one. Anyway, my last
No, it ended with
video was all
2018.
about how wrangling Source Filmmaker was the biggest challenge in making the Engineer video. Some of you have asked for a sequel to this, but despite the occasional SFM glitch, epilepsy warning, you good?
Okay, well, 1, epilepsy warning. And 2, you guys kept getting on me for this. I'm sorry. I keep pausing the video. I know. I'm sorry. But you guys kept getting on me for it. But in the engineer video and the sniper video, I had made a mention of Scout wearing this bunny hood hat. And yes, it's from Sam and Max. I was saying the bunny ears on a fast character just reminds me of Zelda, because it's Zelda. In order to run faster, you put on the bunny hood. It's a hat that it has bunny ears on it. It makes you run faster. Scout running fast, bunny ears. It just made as a funny reference to me. I know that wasn't supposed to be Zelda. Just wanted to make that clear, because literally, like, I'm saying like 100 of you guys, went and said that exact same thing. So I get it. I know. I just want to let it be known. But again, epilepsy warning.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
The year is 20XX.
My eyes.
Life is now a never-ending rave. This is the canonical explanation for where all the rave lights are coming from in this scene. But you already knew that.
That's crazy.
Despite the occasional glitch, SFM actually behaved more often this time. The biggest challenge with the sniper video was actually the script. In fact, this video went through 6 script rewrites. I kept struggling to communicate this concept that snipers' interaction with other players boils down to shooting them before they even see you, or dying to people because you didn't see them. I was originally gonna get all ironically philosophical about it, like, what does it really mean to play sniper? But I eventually threw that idea out. Here's my first note of the concept from a document dating November 21st, 4 months before the video released.
What looks monotonous on the outside, every sniper just shooting sniper rifles, is actually betraying the complexity of the crazy internal story of playing sniper. Maybe show a funny inside the mind, show nightmares of not being able to hit a dancing medic laughing at me.
Monotonous on the outside, every sniper just shooting sniper.
I didn't think he was gonna read it.
Betraying the complexity of the crazy internal story of playing
Oh,
sniper.
hold on, he's
Maybe
sitting on
show a
that.
funny inside the mind. Show nightmares of not being able to hit a dancing medic laughing at me.
I love that
it would
dance,
take months
dude.
of refining the script before I arrived on this combination of SFM scenes about overcoming bad habits and how isolated Sniper can feel. This upward animation actually originally occurred on Badlands because I was going to turn the camera around and show that while every other class is having some kind of one-on-one interaction, Sniper is just all alone trying his best to hit his shots. Eventually, it was
getting
allowed to
backstabbed.
emphasize how irrelevant he was, and then, well...
We have lost the control point.
This took a couple
Bruh.
days to make, but ended up getting completely cut because it's just too confusing. Like, what are your eyes supposed to follow here? Heavy gets trick stabbed, then Pyro reflects a rocket, then Medic chases
Ooh.
by, then Engie puts down a mini sentry which a demoman destroys, etc. It's just too much. Anyway, Sniper
Yeah,
may be defined
I
by
get
lack
it.
of interaction, but there are a select few
Super Mario
ways
Sunshine
that
music.
Sniper actually interacts with the other classes, and one of them is when the enemy knows you're shooting at them. This Heavy gets stuffed and proceeds to press every key on his keyboard at once. And what do you know? It works out for him. Here's an example of me trying to interact with the players on my team. I see this demo sticky trap and decide to use myself as bait for it. I was gonna do this SFM bit where I gave my demo the thumbs up and everything. Hey! Anyway, I successfully bait the scout, but then end up taking care of him myself. The bit was gonna end with us seeing the scout fly forward, there'd be a second of silence, and then boom! The trap goes off way too late. And the last notable way that you
That
can
would have been
interact with
good.
enemies is by surfing their explosives, although this is more of a medic thing than a sniper thing, so that's probably where I'll really talk about it. This soldier really did not enjoy this interaction.
Wait, this isn't copyrighted, right? I really hope it's not copyrighted. Okay.
Some people ask if I write first or collect gameplay first, and the answer is always gameplay first. I collect a ton of footage and then keep asking myself, what does this clip demonstrate? This clip demonstrates that if I have the choice between shooting an AFK hatless pyro or a hatted pyro who seems to have a functioning keyboard, I'm probably gonna prioritize the hatted pyro. Prioritizing targets is a real thing for sniper. Like, of course I'm gonna shoot the medic before the heavy here, but it just didn't seem that important to talk about. You know what? In the interest of me not having to pretend that the ordering of clips in this video makes any sense, here's a list of stuff that didn't make it into the final production. Tunnel vision, every SFM joke I didn't have time for, a hackuzation montage, stomping casual games, forcing headshots, punishing disrespect, accidental kills, lag, the huntsman, and 180 headshots. Woo!
What's the huntsman?
One at a time. I think I might have some of the worst tunnel vision ever. See the scout? Of course you do. He's right there. But in the moment, I did not see this guy at all. Even here, I did not notice him. And I know it seems like I'm completely
That is
BSing
crazy.
you all. Like, trust me, I didn't see him. In this clip, I knew my team was being pushed back, so I went to this cheeky position thinking I'd be safe. I unscoped.
Wasn't there somebody on the other side?
See I'm in trouble, but I did not notice. This time, however, I did notice. This spot actually goes right into the SFM bits. I wanted to make fun of how ridiculous it is that you can even be here. I was gonna suggest a secondary item for a sniper like the gunboats that would just let him float wherever he wants. And honestly, just talking about it,
Wait, that's an item? A secondary item for sniper like the gunboats that would just let him float? That's an item? That's real? There's no way.
That would just let him float wherever he wants. And honestly, just talking about it, I regret not doing this bit. Here, I was doing really well flanking a sniper when this soldier boy, a rocket, jumps up and scares the hell out of me. So I try to retreat, but this door only opens from the other side. So I was screaming,
No,
Edgy, door,
no.
Oh yeah! He just leaves me, and I realize I'm on my own and as good as dead. Oh, that wasn't so hard, was it?
Someone opened the door too.
Also did not enjoy that interaction. Another one was going to be me explaining how Spy's head hitbox doesn't match his disguises. I was going to be like, don't worry, I see what's really going on here, and then it would show Spy playing RuneScape on his phone or something.
I've never played RuneScape.
The scout forced me to charge up my shot right on his butt. He forced me, okay?
Ooh.
There was gonna be a soldier like, Sniper, you've been fully charged for 15 seconds. And Sniper was gonna be like, oh yeah, mate, that's good.
That's good.
Oh my, let's move on. I have the easiest shot in the world on this Brass Beast Heavy, but he makes the 500 IQ play and aims upwards, which puts his hand in front of his face. It was gonna zoom in.
No way.
Oh, I outsmart the bullet. This
I
next
outsmart the
Brass Beast
bullet.
Heavy will do us the favor of transitioning into all the unused accusations. He's out in the open. I kill him. Seems pretty normal to me, but he disagrees.
How? 3 headshots in a row.
You were standing still. Homie standing still. What do you think is happening?
Now, people, it's good to be suspicious sometimes and call out hackers, but man, some of you call hacks way too soon. There was this one guy that got super upset because I was out sniping him even though he was trying to second scope me. It's way too long of a clip though, so I'll probably upload it to my secondary channel soon. Link in the description, lazypurple. I am proud to admit though that I was kicked from a server.
It's funny because like his name is lazypurple, but there's no way someone who makes these kind of videos can be lazy. Genuinely, the amount of work and effort that goes into all of these, I just don't agree. I just don't agree that this man is lazy.
For cheating. It was actually the first time I used the Bizarre Bargain. I was just destroying their heavies, which brings us into stomping casual players. I get this demo, accidentally headshot this Spy, and then after getting one shot on this heavy, he just gives up.
Dang. Oh no.
off about
Dude.
Sniper is that there's really no way to go easy on people.
Next to the
Like, with
spawn.
Soldier, you can just switch to market gardening if the teams are really unbalanced, but what am I gonna do
Oh
with
my
Sniper?
goodness.
Intentionally go for body shots? Oh, I'm sure people would love that. I just feel disgusting when I stomp a casual game like this, but I don't know what else to do. If, God forbid, you want to terrorize casual players as well, of course you need the basics of lowering your sensitivity, getting a bigger mouse pad, and disabling mouse acceleration. But just as important is that you have to push yourself to improve. What I mean by that is forcing yourself to go for headshots all the time. Like, even if they're gonna die to fall damage or something, just go for it. At one point I thought to myself, why melee people when I can just headshot them? And I was gonna do a bit making fun of this
Disrespectful.
sniper that goes for his melee weapon in our 1v1, like he was gonna try and get at me, but my barrel would just be in the way. And lastly, I was considering a bit where I would joke that this headshot here was just a complicated backstab. Like, who needs to play spy when you can just hit point-blank headshots right behind people? It's practically the same thing. Just to be clear though, this forcing headshots mindset is only for improving. Like in this clip, the enemy sniper was better than me, so I did this disgustingly sneaky, fully charged body shot on him. Sometimes you just gotta do
Yeah,
it
you
learn.
kind of wrong for that.
One of the first things you learn in competitive TF2 is that it's not worth it to challenge the enemy sniper. In one of the first drafts of the script, I was gonna joke about multiverse theory and how if
Ooh,
you
I love me
kill
some
the sniper,
multiverse.
Sure, there's a universe where he straight up misses you, but you really don't want to find out that you're in the universe where he doesn't. Anyway, some people didn't get the memo and will insist on shooting flare guns at you across the map. It feels fantastic to punish this disrespectful act of hubris. Medics do it too.
Ooh.
Look how wide this medic peeks me just for a crossbow hit. Was it worth it, man? Was it worth it?
No.
Oh shit, cut to the next clip. Quick, quick, quick. I don't know why they even try. I mean, no medic has ever killed me like that. That would be so embarrassing. Now, let us pay our respects to everyone I've ever accidentally killed.
Accidentally? Oh. Homie, I'm sorry.
What the fuck?
How does that happen? Oh, that was just unlucky. How did he get hit?
Almost always a medic. Here, I was actually going for their sniper, but got the medic.
Oh
and
my
died to the
goodness.
Sniper. Again, here I'm going for the sniper, and oops, got the medic.
Oh,
died to the
sorry,
sniper.
medic.
But you'll never guess what happens this time. I go for the sniper, and there goes
And I'm
the medic.
medic.
Why does this keep
Dead
happening?
again.
Am I subconsciously aiming at the medics or something? Maybe. Let me ask you something. Have you ever hit a headshot and been like, I don't know about that one, chief? Well, I have some good
Yes.
evidence between several clips that TF2's interpolation has a bad habit of rewinding hitboxes. Shooting where this pyro's head used to be results in a headshot. This theory
Yeah,
also
I've
explains why
noticed
some
that
headshots
too.
become body shots as well. I take the shot here, but since Soldier's body was there just a second ago, it registers as a body shot. Don't start using this as an excuse though, because it usually favors the sniper. I mean, to be honest, this one is completely beyond explanation. Rewinding the hitbox doesn't explain a thing. What the fuck is that? Maybe I'm completely wrong about all of this. I was gonna do a bit where my
Maybe,
sniper
but-
would be distraught over all these clips and someone would be like, what's up, man? And I'd be like, what if I've never actually headshot anybody? What if none of this is real, man? Now, some people complains that I didn't talk about the hunts.
It's funny because what if it just turned, it just went left field, completely left the script of the video and just became a horror SFM, dude. That'd be
Look,
hilarious.
let me show you the only huntsman clip you will ever need to see.
What did he do? Oh, it's a bow and arrow. I couldn't tell.
Oh my God! It's still alive. I stared at his ragdoll for so long that he actually came around again. I put another arrow straight in his head, but apparently that's not good enough anymore. How is
Oh
this
my
not
goodness.
directly in his giant head? If you ask me, nothing
It
shows
looked
off
like
how
it.
insanely powerful Sniper is than a good old 180 headshot. In this clip, I was at 22 health, so I decided to retreat. But hey, on the way out, I might as well 180 delete someone. Is there
Ooh.
anything more satisfying than 180 deleting someone? I don't think so. Bonus points if it's in the middle of a conga. And in
Earth
this last
Madness
random
City.
clip, I was on a super duper 14 headshot spree when this crazy duo Ubers in just to kill me. I even got lucky enough to crit melee him. I guess they figured out who I was.
That
When I asked
sucks.
about it, they responded,
Make another SFM and go away, dweeb.
"Oh, okay." It's like
That's
that
kind of
then.
wild.
Oh, okay, well, how about you have one of these and one of these? You're gonna make
Yeah, dude.
Anyway, I think I've bombarded you all with enough random clips. But you know what else is random? Oh, I think you know.
Ooh. Oh my gosh, dude.
Oh my god. Hey, I'm happy to announce that I have a second t-shirt for sale now. There will be a link in the description if you
Mess
want
up
to see it
9
below.
hours
I'd
last
like to give my
night, dude. The
patrons an extra
reference.
special thanks this
Man, that was a good one. I like this one a lot. It's always nice being able to see like the finished product, but getting to see a little bit of what happened, like how the finished product got made, it's always really cool. I've always been somebody who liked those, you know, back in the day on the DVDs and stuff. You can see like some of the behind the scenes stuff when they were making the movies and stuff. And these two videos kind of gave me a bit of that vibe that I felt as a kid watching those and stuff. So I really did enjoy those. I see why you guys wanted me to watch it, because I felt, because I just watched those videos the other day and I haven't watched any of the other ones since, so these were still fresh in my mind, a lot of the jokes and the moments and the pacing and stuff. So you guys were right. I am glad I did it this way. This video was kind of long, so I won't keep too much of your time here. But if you enjoyed this video, why not leave it a like? You know, it lets me know you guys want more TF2 content like this one from me. And if you end up subscribing today, you know, we get another step closer to 20K, and it'll remind you when you end up, whenever I upload more TF2, whenever I stream more TF2. And honestly, this video made me want to go stream TF2. So if you're watching this video, I'm going to be streaming today. So I'm guessing it's going to be maybe an hour after this video goes up. We'll see. But probably 11 a.m. Eastern. But I think that'll be a cool time. But thank you all so much for watching. My name is KingdomAce, and everyone to play some games, have some fun. I'm completely destroying the outro. Have a good day.